Hi, I'm Guillermo Valdez, and I'm standing in front of the Norton Simon Museum. I visited on November 10th, and I'm taking a look at the Renaissance and Baroque section of the museum. I'm looking at a painting produced by Nicolaes Maes called Interior with the Dordrecht Family. This painting is displayed in a gallery that highlights Dutch Baroque art. Dutch Baroque art is different from Baroque art in Spain, Italy, and Flanders. Instead of focusing on Catholic subjects, Dutch Baroque focused on Protestant values. The style seems to be the opposite of non-Dutch Baroque art. Instead of getting dramatic posing and emphasis on emotion, Dutch Baroque art usually has more of a casual look to it. And the subjects were usually still life and group portraits of regular, wealthy Dutch people. They rejected the theatrics of Catholic art and instead took a more simple, straight-to-the-point approach. This painting is an example of a group portrait of a typical wealthy Dutch family. In this piece, you see the family in a regular domestic setting. It was made using oil paint, which was commonly used by Dutch Baroque artists. This is a more subtle, less flashy depiction of wealth in comparison to non-Dutch Baroque art. One way that they express their wealth is by showing the Chinese porcelain on the shelf. This could also relate to the fact that the Dutch were now getting trade routes from East Asia, which was a huge reason as to why they were so prosperous during the 17th century. The way the family is presented makes it look like they were shown up at the spot, as if they had their picture taken in the middle of a regular day. This is the exact opposite of all the drama of non-Dutch Baroque. The two kids near the center are shown carrying a basket of fruit. This helps with the feeling that the family is being caught in the middle of an average day, but the basket itself was mainly meant to be a symbol of the marriage's fertility, fitting in with the Protestant idea of being hard workers and earning your wealth. It also relates to the fact that they have 3 kids. The background shows the Dordrecht Canal, letting people know what place this is as to show the ships, symbolizing the successful trade in the Netherlands. This whole piece is meant to show this family is wealthy. They also want to portray themselves as faithful Protestants. The 17th century was a prosperous time for the Dutch. There were lots of trade routes now open for them in East Asia. Amsterdam specifically was a huge spot for trade. The Dutch had created their own republic after being free from the Spanish in the 1500s. And the Dutch's republic seemed like an early version of capitalism with the way they treated their trade. Workshops were made and used the same supply and demand method used in capitalism, and it would be this tactic that would lead to the success of the Netherlands and would lead them to become wealthy. These wealthy Dutch families wanted to show their wealth, but they wanted to do it in a way that wasn't flashy and that reflected their Protestant beliefs. They believed in the idea that they worked hard enough to earn their wealth. They enjoyed it, but they were aware that it wasn't what mattered the most. And it would be that idea that was a main inspiration for vanitas, but also for the way that wealthy people in the Netherlands would present themselves. This is why the outfits are more casual and less spectacular, because they want to portray their wealth in a way that implies it is not what matters most. And Protestants just wanted to get away from all the theatrics of the Catholic Church. And this painting really captures this Protestant attitude as well as portraying the prosperity of the Netherlands in the 17th century.